guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a different kind of video because I want to do a little reading challenge for November. I decided I'm going to try to finish a book every day for 14 days. Just in a way to I feel like the seasons are changing, set a new routine for myself, try to read more. I've been scrolling too much on my phone and have too much screen time, so I feel like this is a good way to kind of force me to make more of an effort to do a different hobby and not pick up my phone first thing every day. I did a little bit of prepping. I'm currently reading 3 different books, so I feel like it'll kind of make it easier to start out because I'm halfway through 2 of them. The other one I'm 30 pages in, so it's not really that deep. I figured I could finish one of those books today and then kind of jumpstart the rest of the days. I thought it could be fun to bring you along for the journey. I really just want to read through a lot of my physical TBR and kind of clear that out a little bit. So that is one of my main goals. I'm gonna try not to buy books for the 2 weeks. That shouldn't be that hard, but we'll see if I'm able to accomplish that aspect of it. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. I started off today, of course, open my eyes and go to my phone, but then I realized that I needed to read. So I started my day reading and drinking some coffee before work, and that was honestly kind of nice. And I think it'll be good too to make myself wake up a little earlier so I can read before work and then not just wake up 5 minutes before I need to be at my desk. I am currently reading Under Lock and Key, so I think this is gonna be my book of the day. It's November 3rd, so day 1 of the challenge. I will bring you along.
She's crazy. Book of the day, you heard?
Book of the day.
That's great. Oh, what are you wearing today and what book are you reading? Wait, that should be a series on TikTok you do. Oh, OTD with my book. Oh my god, and you should match your outfit to the vibe of the book.
Your mind.
Does that count though as you finishing a book? You started it already.
Yeah, I was halfway through. That's why I said it was low-key cheating.
You should get halfway through another one for it to count.
I mean, I was gonna start Hot Wax after this just to make it easier for myself tomorrow.
Yeah, perfect.
So, logging me on this when I'm reading a book a day.
You can't lie to the viewers.
I said I'd already started. Hi guys, so I finished my first book of the challenge, Under Lock and Key, so figured I should give a little update on what I thought. I don't think I even talked about the premise of this book. It is a monster romance. I don't know if you can guess what monster it is based on the title, but it's kind of magical too, supernatural, contemporary romance, which is a little hard for me sometimes because I don't love fantasy and contemporary romance together always. I love bride and mate, but other than that, I don't know if there's a lot of other ones like this that I really enjoy, but it's an interesting concept. It's unique. I can't say I was obsessed with it though. It has some weird smut in it, honestly. I'd just be warned. I feel like it starts off pretty normal, and then I started to reach a point where it's oh, this is a little odd. If you go in knowing that's what you're gonna get and that's what you want, I feel but I can't say I would go out of my way to recommend this to anyone, nor would I probably read it again. So I give this a 2.5, 3 stars. I didn't want to start off not enjoying the book, but I finished it. You know, I was entertained, and then, as you heard Nye say, I'm kind of cheating because I was already halfway done with that, so I'm going to read a little more Hot Wax later today. That is my first reading update. Good morning and happy day 2 of the challenge. Did not start the day off to the best start. I was supposed to be up for a 6 a.m. workout class. However, I literally did not fall asleep last night. Maybe I slept for 2-ish hours, so could not get up for that one. And then I was gonna read an hour before work and had enough time to read for 20 minutes before work. So we're a little behind, but I don't have plans on my lunch break, so I'm probably just gonna eat and read, which should be nice. I'm almost 100 pages into Hot Wax, and I have decided that's the book I'm gonna finish today, so I really need to lock in because I think there's a little over 400 pages in that. I'll have to double check. I read a couple pages before bed last night, was falling asleep, and then of course the second my eyes closed, couldn't sleep, whatever. I'm over it, trying to keep it pushing through the day. It's Dancing with the Stars night, so I either have to finish before or do a little reading before I go to bed. That is my little update for now. vlog. I just finished up work and I'm about to sit and read more of Hot Wax. I have like a little less than 100 pages left, I think, so I am confident that I'm gonna finish this today. I have like an hour before I go to cycle, so I think I can make a good dent in it and then hopefully finish it up before I go to bed. I am loving this. This is so good. We're getting to the part where like it's like getting more fast paced and we're getting into like the juiciness of the story and like kind of solving like the mystery thriller aspect of it, which I think is interesting. It's 2 different timelines, so it's her really young and then her at 40 after her dad died. In the young version, clearly something bad happens and we're getting closer to that moment. And then in the current version, the action is starting to speed up. So yeah, it sucks. I feel like I can't say that much about it without spoiling it, but just know I'm very much enjoying it. I'm gonna go do some reading now. Hi guys, and happy day 3 of the reading challenge. We have officially finished 2 books. So last night I did finish Hot Wax. I don't think I got a chance to talk about it because it was late at night and I was reading it right before I fell asleep, but it was so good. Oh my gosh, in the end, like I kind of knew and had an idea of what was coming, but I wasn't completely sure. Crazy. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I read that. That's like a 4.5 star read for me. I went on Goodreads and it doesn't have a high score, which is crazy, but today's book of the day is Soul Searching by Lila Sage. So this is the other one I told you I was halfway through, so I already started it. I've been reading a couple pages in between work here and there, so I'm honestly pretty close to finishing it. So I think as soon as I wrap this up, we're gonna sit down and do some reading together. It's really cute. It's paranormal romance. She comes back to the small town she grew up in because she's not able to communicate with ghosts like she always has been in the past. And so she's kind of in a rut, and then it's an upholsterer who ran away to this town. They kind of meet each other and help each other, you know, find their place in the town, and it's just so cute. I'm excited to finish that up today, and then hopefully I'll be able to start a little bit of the next book, which I'm not even sure what it's gonna be now, so very excited to choose my next read. Time to do some reading. Hi guys, happy day 4 of 14 of finishing a book a day. Today's book of the day is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley, and I kind of wore an outfit to match. I was just in the mood for a thriller, something that I was gonna kind of like tear through quickly because I hadn't started anything else and starting to get a little tired of reading a book a day, so I wanted to do switch up the vibes a little bit. I am starting to get a little nervous about finishing this one today though, because I just finished up work and we are gonna head to yoga in a bit here and then have a movie to get to, and I'm like not even halfway done. So hopefully the 30 minutes I have, I'm able to lock in a little bit. But so far I'm enjoying this. It has the same like recipe of all of Lucy Foley's thriller books. It's a bunch of different characters, all takes place over the course of a weekend. We're doing dual timelines, so the body was found in one and then the other timeline is 3 days before, and we're slowly going through the different guest POV. They're in the Scottish Highlands. They're in this super remote cabin celebrating New Year's Eve. And so this is also, I feel like, a very good like wintry thriller. So I feel like I'm reading this at a goodish time. I'm flying through it. I just like have not had enough time to read today. I once again tried to get up early and was not able to get up early enough to read that much before I started work. It's hard to make myself have a routine before I start work when I don't technically need to, but for this challenge I do. So I need to start waking up earlier. But yeah, that is my little update. Vlog. Happy day 5 of my reading a book a day challenge. Today's book is Big Fan by Alexandra Romanoff. I had a little bit of trouble finishing The Hunting Party last night, mostly because it was like 10 p.m. when we got home from the movie and I had 150 pages left. So I really locked in for the last 2 hours of the day and was able to finish that. Today I woke up, we had Soul Cycle, and then have a dinner and a play later today. So I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to read, which is why I chose a little bit of a tinier book. I read like 50 pages this morning, which was nice with my little morning coffee. It's a cute little romance about a political consultant who just got a divorce. Sorry if you can hear an eye in the background. A political consultant and her boy band crush. So I'm very excited to read this, and I think this was a good day 5 book. I'm gonna sit and read and probably make myself something to eat here soon. Vlog. I just finished getting ready for dinner, but wanted to give an update because I finished Big Fan earlier. I finished today at like 2:30, which is the earliest I finished a book yet in this challenge, probably because this was the first day I didn't have to work, but it was nice to finish it a little earlier because I do feel like I've been pretty tired finishing the rest of the book, so I haven't been able to give my thoughts on them as immediately, but I think this is a really fun, quick little romance to read. If you've ever been like a fangirl or like obsessed with like fan fiction or something, I feel like this will be like right up your alley because that's what it feels like YN meaning Harry Styles and falling in love. I'm very glad I chose this today. I'm honestly starting to get a little tired of reading, so I'm glad that I finished earlier today so I can give a little break before we start back up tomorrow. Hi guys, happy day 6 of finishing a book a day challenge. Today's book of the day is Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. I have been spending the morning reading this, so I'm like 100 pages in. This is definitely my most ambitious read yet. It's like 450 pages, and Olivia Blake's writing is definitely not something that is like quick and easy to move through. She's writing about a lot. The vibe of this is definitely giving like Atlas 6. It feels like very similar in her style of writing in the world. A little worried about finishing this today, but I figured I've been wanting to read this for so long and I want to read it during the challenge, and a Saturday when I don't have much planned is probably my best choice. And really my only plans for the day are reading, and Shannon's coming over in a little bit so we can binge The Last of Us. Also sorry if you can hear the dishwasher in the background. So far I'm really liking this. This is like a fucked up magical family following each of the 3 siblings after the dad dies and all the issues they're working through. So I'm loving it so far. I'm excited to get more into this, and hopefully I can finish this today. Okay, I am officially, I think, halfway done with the book. Around 200 pages in. I'm a little bit regretting choosing it, but it's good because now I actually have to finish it today. And I think I'm gonna be glad I did. I'm definitely glad I'm reading this book. It's just a lot to read in one day. And Gina came over and we watched like 4 hours of The Last of Us. So it's like almost dinner time now, and I'm gonna have to lock in for the rest of the night. But that's fine. It's a really good book, and I'm enjoying the dynamic between the siblings as well as their father and then their partners. It has the same aspect of the Atlas 6 where like no one's like super likable and everyone has a bunch of flaws. Still at the same time you're like kind of trying to root for them. That's an interesting aspect of it. I like the magic. The little magical aspects of it too that she weaves into like the fairly like contemporary world, and like she weaves the magic in with like actual problems in our current world and is always kind of making a statement, I feel like, on our political climate. And I think it's cool that she does that, but on top of like just being like a fun story. That is my little reading update. Don't have too much time to spare, so I'm gonna get back into this. Hi besties, good morning. Happy day 7 of my Finish a Book a Day challenge. Today's book of the day is Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. I'm excited to get into this. This is a retelling of Medusa, which I think will be very interesting. I'm hoping is kind of different enough from what I've been reading to entertain me. I'm getting a little tired of reading a book a day, especially because Gifted and Talented turned out to be 500 pages. So I literally finished that at like 11 last night and then immediately went to bed. It was just using a lot of brain power to sit and read for hours on it. I'm like struggling to figure out whether or not I really liked it. Like, I enjoyed it, but I'm like trying to figure out if it's like a 4-star read or like 3-star. Did anything actually really happen? But also it's just like entertaining family drama with like a backdrop of like rich magic problems. I think it was fun. I would recommend it. I don't know if I would like go back and read it. So I feel like 3.5 stars. Not my favorite Olivia Blake, but it still has the things I like about her other books. Like the writing's fun and interesting. She has like very multifaceted characters, and you're still like, even in the end, you're still trying to decide. She has like morally gray characters, which I appreciate. Like no one's just good or bad, and you kind of spend the whole book trying to like rationalize with the different characters. That is my thoughts on that. I'm gonna eat my breakfast and get started on this. Okay, I'm officially more than halfway done with Stone Blind, and this is really fun. It's not what I expected. It's not just Medusa's story, it's really like bringing together all of the like myths and lore of the Greek gods and immortals of the time, setting the stage for everything that leads up to Medusa's story and then everything that's around her story and related, which I think is super cool. And it also like tells it in a very like comedic, easy to understand way, which I appreciate because obviously there's a lot of Greek mythology in this. And also growing up reading Percy Jackson stuff, I always loved Greek mythology. So I feel like I kind of know some of the stories, but it's nice to get like a different take on them, kind of learn some of the other characters involved. I am very much enjoying this. It's like 2 o'clock now, so I'm confident in my ability to finish this today. I think a good choice for a nice little rainy/snowy Sunday. Yeah, I think it's actually snowing right now, which is crazy. That is my little reading update.